Picture this. An artist creates a masterpiece without ever picking up a paintbrush, and that artwork evolves every time someone interacts with it. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, it's happening right now, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. In this video, we're diving into 25 future trends in digital art and NFTs that are rewriting the rules of creativity and ownership. From artificial intelligence crafting stunning visuals to digital art galleries that exist entirely in virtual worlds, we're about to explore how these innovations are reshaping not just the art world, but also how we invest, connect, and express ourselves. Stick around, because by the end of this, you might just see the future of art hanging on your virtual wall, or maybe even in your wallet. Let's get started with the first trend. Now let's shift our focus to a groundbreaking trend that's already making waves. Imagine an artist who doesn't sleep, eat, or take breaks, yet produces stunning and original works of art at lightning speed. This isn't a futuristic dream, it's the reality of AI-generated art. Using advanced machine learning algorithms, these systems analyze vast amounts of data to create pieces that feel both human and otherworldly. From intricate digital paintings to abstract designs, AI-generated art is challenging long-held ideas about what it means to be creative. Who or what is the true creator when an algorithm dreams up a masterpiece? And how does this shift redefine the role of human artists in the creative process? As we unpack this trend, you'll discover how it's not just transforming art, but also sparking important conversations about authorship and innovation. And trust me, this is just the beginning. There's more to explore as we move forward. Now that we've explored how artificial intelligence is reshaping creativity, let's step into a world where art isn't just seen, it's experienced. Picture this. Instead of walking through a traditional gallery with white walls and framed paintings, you put on a headset and find yourself standing in a surreal, three-dimensional space where art comes alive around you. Welcome to the rise of virtual reality galleries, a trend that's transforming how we interact with creativity. These immersive environments allow artists to break free from the limitations of physical spaces, giving them the freedom to design limitless worlds for their work. Whether it's a floating sculpture in outer space or a painting that shifts as you move closer, virtual reality galleries are redefining what's possible in the art world. And here's the best part, they're making art more accessible than ever before. No matter where you are on the planet, whether you're in a bustling city or a remote village, you can step into these virtual spaces and connect with art in ways that were unimaginable just a few years ago. This trend isn't just about technology, it's about bringing people together through shared experiences and opening doors for artists to reach audiences they might never have imagined. But what does this mean for the future of art exhibitions, and how will it change the way we value creativity in a digital age? Let's dive deeper and uncover the possibilities. As we move from the immersive worlds of virtual reality galleries, let's shift our focus to another groundbreaking trend that's pushing the boundaries of what digital art can do. Imagine owning a piece of art that isn't static, something that evolves, adapts, and transforms over time. This isn't science fiction, it's the reality of dynamic NFTs. These are digital assets that change based on external data or user interactions, making them far more than just a static image or file. For example, a dynamic NFT could update its appearance based on the weather, the time of day, or even the performance of your favorite sports team. Artists and creators are using this technology to craft pieces that tell ongoing stories or respond to the world around them. Think of it as art that lives and breathes, offering a new layer of engagement for collectors and audiences alike. Beyond just visuals, dynamic NFTs open the door to interactive experiences where users can influence the artwork itself, creating a collaborative relationship between the creator, the piece, and its owner. This innovation isn't just redefining art, It's reshaping how we think about ownership, creativity, and the connection between art and life. As we continue exploring these trends, it's clear that the fusion of technology and art is leading us into uncharted territory, where the possibilities are as limitless as our imagination. Next, let's uncover how these advancements are ensuring authenticity and trust in the art world through cutting-edge solutions. Now that we've seen how dynamic NFTs are redefining interaction and creativity in digital art, let's turn our attention to a trend that's addressing one of the art world's oldest challenges: trust and transparency. Blockchain technology, the same innovation powering NFTs, is transforming how we verify the history and authenticity of artworks. This is known as art provenance, and it's becoming a game changer for artists, collectors, and galleries alike. For centuries, the art market has faced issues like forgery, misattribution, and lost records, leading to costly disputes and damaged reputations. Blockchain steps in to solve these problems by creating an unchangeable, decentralized ledger where every transaction, ownership transfer, or detail about an artwork is permanently recorded. Imagine being able to trace the entire history of a painting or sculpture from the moment it was created to every owner it has ever had, all with the click of a button. This level of transparency not only ensures the legitimacy of an artwork, but also reduces the risk of fraud significantly. For digital artists, this means their creations can be linked to a verifiable record, giving buyers confidence in their purchases. Even traditional art is benefiting, as galleries and auction houses are beginning to adopt blockchain to certify physical pieces. By merging technology with the art world's need for accountability, blockchain is paving the way for a more secure and trustworthy creative ecosystem. As we continue, we'll see how this trend ties into another revolutionary concept that's making high-value art accessible to everyday investors. Now that we've explored how blockchain is bringing transparency to art provenance, let's dive into another groundbreaking trend that's reshaping the art market: fractional ownership. This concept is turning the traditionally exclusive world of high-value art into an inclusive opportunity for everyday investors. Fractional ownership allows multiple people to own a share of an expensive artwork, much like how shareholders own parts of a company. By leveraging NFTs, this process becomes seamless and secure. Imagine owning a piece of a multi-million-dollar painting, even if you're not a billionaire. With fractional ownership, that's no longer a far-fetched idea but a growing reality. Here's how it works. A high-value artwork is tokenized, meaning it's divided into digital shares represented by NFTs. These shares can then be bought and sold on blockchain platforms, giving smaller investors a chance to participate in the art market. For example, instead of one collector purchasing an entire piece for $5 million, 500 people could collectively own it by investing $10,000 each. This not only makes art investment more accessible, but also reduces the financial risk for individual buyers. But the benefits don't stop there. Fractional ownership also creates liquidity in an otherwise rigid market. Traditionally, selling a valuable artwork could take months or even years. With tokenized shares, investors can trade their stakes more easily, providing flexibility and opening up new possibilities for portfolio diversification. Artists, too, stand to gain from this trend. By retaining a percentage of their work's shares, they can continue to benefit financially as the artwork appreciates in value over time. It's a win-win situation for creators and investors alike. This democratization of art ownership is more than just a trend. It's a movement toward inclusivity in a space that has long been dominated by elite collectors and institutions. As we move forward, this innovation promises to reshape how we think about art as both a cultural treasure and a financial asset. Up next, we'll explore how two other trends, augmented reality integration and NFT ticketing, are further expanding the boundaries of creativity and functionality in the digital art world. As we pivot from the world of art ownership, let's step into a realm where creativity meets functionality, two innovations reshaping how we interact with digital art and events. Augmented reality and NFT ticketing are not just trends, they're transformative forces redefining the boundaries of experience and engagement. Picture this: instead of viewing art on a flat screen or in a physical gallery, you can now walk around your living room and see pieces come to life right before your eyes. Augmented reality, or AR, is making this possible by blending digital art with the real world. Artists can now create immersive displays that interact with their surroundings, offering audiences a deeper, more personal connection to the work. For instance, imagine pointing your phone at a blank wall and watching a vibrant mural unfold in 3 dimensions, complete with animations and sound. This isn't science fiction, it's happening now, and it's changing how people experience creativity. At the same time, NFTs are stepping into the world of event ticketing, bringing unparalleled security and flexibility. Traditional tickets can be lost, forged, or resold at inflated prices with no benefit to the original issuer. NFT tickets solve these issues by being stored on the blockchain, making them tamper-proof and easily verifiable. Plus, they're transferable in a way that benefits everyone involved. For example, if you buy an NFT ticket to a concert, you can resell it on a secure platform, and the original artist or organizer might even earn a percentage of the resale. Beyond concerts, this innovation applies to sports events, conferences, and even exclusive art exhibitions. The result: a smoother, more transparent experience that ensures authenticity and fairness while opening up new revenue streams for creators. Whether it's enhancing how we view art or simplifying how we access events, these trends are bridging the gap between the digital and physical worlds, creating opportunities we're only beginning to explore. Now let's shift gears and examine how gamified art platforms, 3-dimensional printed NFTs, and eco-friendly blockchains are taking this evolution even further. Now that we've seen how augmented reality and NFT ticketing are reshaping interactions, let's journey into a trio of trends that spotlight creativity, tangibility, and sustainability. These innovations are pushing boundaries in ways that reward artists, bring digital art into the physical realm, and address the environmental concerns surrounding blockchain technology. First up, gamified art platforms are transforming how creators engage with their audiences and monetize their work. These platforms introduce game-like elements such as challenges, leaderboards, and rewards, encouraging artists to produce more while fostering a sense of community. For instance, an artist might earn tokens by completing creative tasks or participating in collaborative projects, which they can then trade or use to unlock exclusive features. This approach not only motivates creators but also gives fans a fun and interactive way to support their favorite artists, bridging the gap between creators and their communities like never before. Moving on, imagine owning a piece of digital art that you can hold in your hands. This is no longer a fantasy thanks to the rise of 3-dimensional printed NFTs. These are physical manifestations of digital assets, allowing collectors to display their NFTs as sculptures, figurines, or even wearable pieces. For example, an artist might design a digital sculpture that buyers can then print using advanced 3D printers, creating a seamless blend of the virtual and the tangible. This innovation adds a new dimension to art collection, making it more personal and accessible for those who appreciate both digital creativity and physical craftsmanship. It's a trend that proves digital art doesn't have to stay confined to screens. It can step into the real world and become part of our everyday lives. Finally, let's talk about making blockchain greener. One of the biggest criticisms of blockchain technology has been its environmental impact, primarily due to the energy-intensive process of mining. However, the push for eco-friendly solutions is gaining momentum. Developers are now creating blockchain systems that use significantly less energy by employing alternative consensus mechanisms like proof of stake instead of proof of work. For instance, some platforms are powered entirely by renewable energy, ensuring that the creation and trading of NFTs leave a smaller carbon footprint. This shift not only addresses environmental concerns but also makes the technology more appealing to conscious creators and buyers who want to support sustainable practices. Together, these three trends, gamified platforms, three-dimensional printed NFTs, and eco-friendly blockchains, are expanding the possibilities for artists and collectors while addressing critical challenges in the digital art space. Now, let's explore how social tokens are giving artists even more control over their work and communities. Stepping into a new realm of creative empowerment, let's explore how artists are taking control of their ecosystems through social tokens. These are essentially cryptocurrencies that artists create and issue to represent a piece of their brand or work. By doing so, artists can fund their projects, reward loyal fans, and build exclusive communities around their art. Think of it as a way for creators to turn their influence into a currency that benefits both themselves and their supporters. For example, an artist might release a limited number of tokens that grant early access to new pieces, voting rights on future projects, or even personalized experiences like one-on-one calls or custom artwork. This not only gives fans a deeper connection to the artist, but also provides the creator with a new revenue stream that bypasses traditional gatekeepers like galleries or streaming platforms. What's fascinating is how these tokens create a sense of shared ownership and collaboration. Fans don't just consume art, they become stakeholders in the artist's journey, which fosters a stronger, more loyal community. It's a trend that's transforming the relationship between creators and their audiences, making it more dynamic, personal, and mutually beneficial. With social tokens, artists are no longer just creators, they're entrepreneurs shaping their own futures. This leads us to a broader perspective on how art is evolving within virtual spaces, spaces where entire exhibitions are now happening in the metaverse. As we pivot from the world of social tokens, let's step into a space where creativity knows no boundaries, literally. Imagine a gallery where the walls stretch infinitely, the lighting adjusts to your mood, and the art interacts with you as you walk by. Welcome to the rise of Metaverse art exhibitions, a groundbreaking trend that's redefining how we experience art. These virtual spaces, built within Metaverse platforms, allow artists to showcase their work in ways that transcend the limitations of physical galleries. From fully immersive installations to interactive sculptures that respond to your movements, the possibilities are as limitless as the digital realm itself. What makes these exhibitions so compelling is their ability to unite people from across the globe in a shared experience. You don't need to travel to a specific city or pay an entrance fee. All you need is an internet connection and perhaps a virtual reality headset. Artists are using this technology to experiment with new forms of storytelling, blending visual art, music, and even gaming elements to create experiences that engage multiple senses at once. For instance, a painter might collaborate with a sound designer to create an exhibit where each brushstroke triggers a unique audio effect. Or a sculptor could design a piece that morphs and evolves based on how many visitors are present in the virtual space. But it's not just about the art itself, it's also about the way people interact with it. Visitors can walk through these exhibitions with friends, attend live artist talks, or even purchase digital artworks directly within the metaverse. This creates a sense of presence and connection that feels surprisingly real despite being entirely virtual. For artists, this trend opens up exciting opportunities to reach broader audiences and experiment with formats that would be impossible in the physical world. And for viewers, it's a chance to explore art in ways that feel fresh, personal, and deeply engaging. This growing trend isn't just about showcasing art, it's about reimagining the very concept of an art gallery. As more creators and collectors embrace this digital frontier, we're seeing a new kind of artistic culture emerge, one that thrives on innovation, collaboration, and accessibility. With Metaverse art exhibitions, the gallery of the future is here, and it's just getting started. Speaking of accessibility, let's now shift our focus to another trend that's making waves by breaking down barriers in the art market: cross-chain NFTs. Now that we've explored how Metaverse art exhibitions are revolutionizing artistic expression, let's dive into a trend that's reshaping the very infrastructure of the digital art market: cross-chain NFTs. This innovation is breaking down barriers in a way that's making it easier than ever for collectors and creators to interact across the blockchain ecosystem. But what exactly are cross-chain NFTs, and why should you care? Simply put, these are digital assets designed to move seamlessly between different blockchain networks. Think of it like being able to use a single credit card across multiple banks, eliminating the hassle of converting currencies or dealing with incompatible systems. The beauty of cross-chain NFTs lies in their ability to solve one of the biggest challenges in the blockchain world: fragmentation. Right now, most NFTs are tied to a specific blockchain like Ethereum, Solana, or Polygon. This can limit their reach and make it harder for collectors to trade or display their assets across platforms. Cross-chain NFTs change the game by creating bridges between these networks, allowing art to flow freely and giving collectors more flexibility. For example, imagine owning a piece of digital art on the Ethereum blockchain, but wanting to showcase it in a virtual gallery built on Solana. With cross-chain capabilities, that's no longer a pipe dream, it's a reality. This trend isn't just about convenience, it's also about expanding opportunities for artists and collectors alike. By increasing the liquidity of NFTs, cross-chain technology makes it easier for buyers to find sellers and vice versa, regardless of which blockchain they prefer. This opens up new markets and ensures that artists can reach a wider audience without being locked into a single platform. Plus, it reduces the risk of losing value due to isolation on a less popular blockchain. For collectors, this means more choices and better access to rare or unique pieces, no matter where they're minted. And let's not forget about accessibility. Just like how Metaverse galleries make art viewable from anywhere in the world, cross-chain NFTs make it possible for anyone to participate in the digital art market, regardless of which blockchain they're most comfortable using. This democratization of access is a game changer, especially for newcomers who might feel overwhelmed by the technical complexities of navigating multiple ecosystems. As this trend continues to grow, we're likely to see even more creative collaborations and boundary-pushing projects that leverage the strengths of different blockchains. So whether you're an artist, a collector, or just someone fascinated by the future of digital art, cross-chain NFTs are definitely a trend worth watching. And speaking of pushing boundaries, let's now turn our attention to another exciting development that's transforming the music industry: NFT music albums. Now let's shift gears and explore how musicians are redefining the way we experience music through NFT albums. This trend is not just about music, it's about creating deeper connections between artists and fans while revolutionizing the traditional music industry model. Imagine owning a piece of your favorite album, not just the songs, but exclusive behind-the-scenes footage, limited edition artwork, or even personal messages from the artist. That's the magic of NFT music albums. By releasing albums as non-fungible tokens, musicians can offer fans something truly unique. For instance, an artist might mint an NFT that includes not only the album itself but also VIP concert tickets, virtual meet and greets, or access to unreleased tracks. This isn't just a transaction, it's an experience that goes beyond what a standard streaming platform can provide. And because NFTs are built on blockchain technology, every purchase is transparent and verifiable, ensuring that fans know they're getting something authentic and special. Another exciting aspect of this trend is how it empowers artists to take control of their work. Traditionally, musicians have had to rely on record labels, distributors, and streaming services, often losing a significant portion of their earnings in the process. With NFTs, they can cut out these intermediaries entirely. By selling directly to fans, artists can retain a larger share of their revenue while building a more personal and loyal community. This shift is especially beneficial for independent musicians who might not have the backing of a major label but still want to reach a global audience. And it's not just about the financial benefits. NFT music albums also open the door to creative experimentation. Artists can use this technology to release interactive albums where listeners influence the music or unlock new content based on their engagement. Imagine an album that evolves over time, adding new layers or tracks as the artist grows and changes. The possibilities are endless, and this innovation is already inspiring a new wave of creativity in the music world. So whether you're a fan looking for a more meaningful way to support your favorite artists or an artist eager to explore new ways to share your work, NFT music albums are paving the way for a more inclusive and dynamic music industry. And speaking of breaking new ground, let's now take a look at how generative art marketplaces are redefining the boundaries of creativity and personalization in the digital art space. As we delve into this next fascinating trend, picture a world where creativity meets cutting-edge technology in a way that feels almost magical. Generative art marketplaces are transforming how we think about art by blending the human touch with the power of algorithms. These platforms use complex systems to produce one-of-a-kind pieces that cater directly to the tastes and preferences of buyers. It's like having an artist who knows exactly what you love and creates something just for you, but in this case, the artist is an algorithm. What makes generative art marketplaces so revolutionary is the way they redefine the role of both the creator and the collector. On one hand, artists can design algorithms that act as their digital assistants, producing endless variations of artwork based on predefined rules or parameters. For example, an artist might program an algorithm to generate abstract pieces that change color palettes depending on the time of day or even the mood of the buyer. On the other hand, collectors get to experience art in a deeply personal way. They can interact with the algorithm, tweak variables, or even let randomness take the lead, resulting in artwork that's truly unique to them. This trend is also reshaping the idea of ownership in the digital age. When you purchase a piece of generative art, you're not just buying the final product, but also the story behind its creation. Many of these marketplaces provide transparency, allowing buyers to explore how the algorithm works and how their specific piece was generated. This adds a layer of intrigue and value, as collectors can appreciate the interplay between human creativity and machine precision. Beyond the personalization aspect, generative art marketplaces are democratizing access to art in exciting ways. Traditionally, acquiring original artwork required deep pockets or insider connections. But with these platforms, artists from all over the world can reach a global audience without the need for galleries or agents. And because the art is generated digitally, there's no physical shipping or storage involved, making it more sustainable and cost-effective for everyone involved. Of course, this trend raises some thought-provoking questions. How do we define the role of the artist when much of the creative process is automated? Is it the initial design of the algorithm that counts, or the final output that matters most? These are the kinds of conversations that generative art is sparking within the creative community and beyond. As we continue exploring the future of digital art and NFTs, it's clear that innovation knows no bounds. Generative art marketplaces are just one piece of the puzzle, offering a glimpse into how technology can amplify human creativity in ways we're only beginning to understand. Now, let's turn our attention to the next trend, where the worlds of fashion and blockchain collide in a dazzling display of digital innovation. Now, let's step into a realm where fashion and technology intertwine in ways that redefine self-expression and creativity. Imagine a space where your wardrobe isn't limited by physical constraints, but instead exists in a digital universe ready to adapt to your mood, your environment, or even your imagination. This is the world of digital fashion NFTs and wearable tech art, two trends that are reshaping how we think about style, identity, and innovation. Digital fashion NFTs are revolutionizing the way people present themselves in virtual environments. Whether it's for social media avatars, gaming characters, or virtual reality meetups, these unique digital garments allow users to express their personality without the limitations of fabric or stitching. Think about it. You could own a shimmering, gravity-defying jacket that glows in neon hues, or a gown made entirely of animated particles that shift with every movement. These pieces aren't just fashion, they're statements. And because they're backed by blockchain technology, each piece is verifiable, rare, and owned solely by you. This trend isn't just about aesthetics, it's about creating a new economy where digital designers can thrive, offering their creations to a global audience without the need for traditional fashion gatekeepers. At the same time, wearable tech art is bridging the gap between the physical and digital worlds. These aren't just gadgets, they're pieces of art that you can wear. Picture a bracelet that projects holographic designs onto your skin, or a jacket embedded with LED patterns that respond to your heartbeat. These creations merge functionality with artistic flair, turning everyday items into interactive masterpieces. For example, some designers are experimenting with clothing that changes color based on the weather, or accessories that display personalized animations. This fusion of technology and art isn't just about looking good, it's about enhancing how we interact with our surroundings and with each other. What makes these trends even more exciting is their potential to influence both virtual and real-world cultures. Digital fashion NFTs are already making waves in gaming and Metaverse platforms, where users are willing to invest in limited edition outfits to stand out in virtual spaces. Meanwhile, wearable tech art is pushing boundaries in the fashion industry, challenging traditional notions of what clothing can do. Together, these trends highlight a future where creativity is limitless, and the lines between art, fashion, and technology become beautifully blurred. As we marvel at how these innovations are transforming personal expression, it's worth considering how they might shape broader conversations about sustainability. After all, digital fashion eliminates the need for physical materials, while wearable tech encourages us to rethink how we use resources in functional design. These ideas are just the beginning of a larger movement that's set to redefine not only how we dress but also how we connect with the world around us. So, with that thought in mind, let's explore another trend where technology is taking storytelling to a whole new level. Now, let's pivot to a trio of trends that are reshaping how we interact with art, value it, and even collaborate to create it. Imagine a world where machines help curate art collections tailored to your tastes, where the value of a piece isn't just decided by human intuition, and where communities unite to fund and guide artistic projects. These aren't distant possibilities, this is the reality being shaped by artificial intelligence curators, AI-driven pricing models, and decentralized autonomous organizations, also known as DAOs. Artificial intelligence curators are changing the way people discover and collect art. These digital systems analyze vast amounts of data to recommend pieces that align with a collector's preferences, past purchases, or even emotional responses. Think of it like having a personal art advisor who never sleeps and has access to every artwork ever created. For instance, if you love abstract pieces with bold colors, an AI curator could introduce you to emerging artists whose styles match your interests. This not only helps collectors find hidden gems, but also gives lesser-known artists a chance to shine in front of the right audience. It's a win-win for creativity and discovery. Next, let's talk about how artificial intelligence is influencing the value of digital art and NFTs. Pricing in the art world has always been a bit of a mystery. often relying on subjective opinions, market trends, and the reputation of the artist. But AI-driven pricing models are bringing a new level of transparency to the process. These systems analyze factors like rarity, demand, historical sales data, and even social media engagement to estimate the value of an NFT. For buyers and sellers, this means fewer surprises and a more data-driven approach to understanding what makes a piece worth its price tag. It's like having a financial advisor specifically for your art investments, ensuring you're making informed decisions. Finally, let's explore decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAO, which are empowering communities to take an active role in the art world. Imagine a group of people from around the globe pooling their resources to fund a new art project or even purchase a high-value NFT. DAOs make this possible by using blockchain technology to create transparent, democratic systems where members vote on key decisions. For example, a DAO might decide to commission a mural in a public space or support a struggling artist by funding their next masterpiece. These organizations are proving that art doesn't have to be controlled by a select few. It can be a collaborative effort driven by passion and shared vision. Together, these trends highlight a future where technology doesn't just enhance art but also democratizes it. Artificial intelligence is making art more accessible and valuable, while DAOs are fostering a sense of community and shared purpose. As these innovations continue to evolve, they're not just changing the art world, they're creating entirely new ways for people to connect, create, and contribute. With that in mind, let's move on to another exciting trend that's putting artists in control of their financial futures. Shifting gears to a game-changing development, let's talk about how NFTs are revolutionizing the way artists get paid. One of the most exciting innovations in this space is the concept of NFT-based royalties. For decades, artists have faced a frustrating reality. Once they sell their work, they rarely benefit from its increasing value. But now, thanks to blockchain technology, that's all changing. NFT-based royalties allow creators to earn a percentage of the sale price every time their work is resold in the secondary market. This means artists can finally enjoy the financial rewards of their growing success. Here's how it works. When an artist mints an NFT, they can embed a royalty clause directly into the smart contract. This clause might specify, for example, that they receive 10% of the resale price whenever their piece changes hands. So, if a digital artwork that originally sold for $50 later resells for $5,000, the artist earns a cut of that new value. This is a groundbreaking shift because it addresses one of the biggest inequities in the traditional art world, where artists often miss out on the windfall when their work appreciates in value. This system isn't just about fairness, it's also about sustainability. For many creators, knowing they can continue to earn from their work provides a much-needed financial safety net. Take, for example, a musician who releases an album as an NFT. Every time someone resells that album, the artist gets a royalty payment. This model transforms art into a long-term income stream rather than a one-time transaction. It's empowering artists to focus more on their craft and less on worrying about how they'll make ends meet, and the impact goes beyond individual creators. By building ongoing compensation into the system, NFT-based royalties are creating a more equitable art ecosystem. This could inspire more people to pursue creative careers, knowing they have a better chance of sustaining themselves financially. It's a small change with big implications, and it's already starting to reshape the way we think about art, value, and ownership. With this powerful tool at their disposal, artists are no longer just creators, they're stakeholders in their own futures. Moving forward, let's examine how collaboration is taking center stage in the digital art world. As we venture further into the possibilities unlocked by blockchain technology, another fascinating trend is emerging that's shifting how art gets made: collaborative art projects. Imagine a world where artists from different corners of the globe, each with their unique styles and perspectives, can come together to create something truly extraordinary without ever meeting in person. This isn't just a hypothetical scenario, it's happening right now, and blockchain is the glue holding it all together. By enabling secure, transparent, and decentralized systems, blockchain allows multiple artists to contribute to a single piece or collection, merging their talents in ways that were once logistically challenging or outright impossible. Here's what makes this trend so exciting. When artists collaborate on a shared project using blockchain, every contribution is tracked and recorded immutably. This means no one's work gets lost or uncredited. For instance, one artist might start with a basic sketch, another could add vibrant colors, and a third might incorporate intricate digital details. Each step is time-stamped and attributed to the respective artist, ensuring full transparency and fair recognition. This process not only fosters creativity, but also builds a sense of community among creators who might otherwise never cross paths. It's like a virtual jam session, but instead of music, it's art that evolves with every new voice that joins in. What's even more remarkable is how these collaborative projects are challenging traditional notions of authorship. In the past, art was often seen as the vision of a single creator. Now, blockchain-enabled collaborations are proving that art can be a collective effort, blending diverse influences into a cohesive whole. Take, for example, a project where artists from 5 different countries contribute to a digital mural. Each artist brings their cultural heritage and personal flair, resulting in a piece that tells a multifaceted story. This democratization of creativity is breaking down barriers and expanding the definition of what art can be. It's not just about individual talent anymore, it's about connection, shared vision, and the power of technology to unite people through creativity. And while this trend is still in its early stages, its potential is vast. Collaborative art projects could pave the way for entirely new genres and styles, born from the fusion of global perspectives. They also open up opportunities for fans and collectors to engage with the creative process in real time, perhaps even participating in the collaboration themselves. As we continue exploring these innovations, it's clear that the future of digital art isn't just about what we create, it's about how we create together. With that in mind, let's now turn our attention to how digital art is becoming more than just a form of expression. It's evolving into a powerful investment vehicle. Now let's dive into a trend that's reshaping not just the art world, but also the financial landscape. Art as an investment vehicle. This is where creativity meets capitalism, and it's a game changer. With the rise of non-fungible tokens, or NFT, digital art is no longer just a form of expression. It's becoming a lucrative asset class. What makes this shift so fascinating is how it's drawing in 2 very different groups: traditional art collectors who are used to auction houses and gallery deals, and crypto enthusiasts who are riding the wave of blockchain innovation. Together, they're creating a vibrant new market where art and investment converge. So, how does this work? When someone buys an NFT, they're not just purchasing a digital file, they're acquiring a unique, verifiable asset that's stored on the blockchain. This means it has provenance, scarcity, and a transparent transaction history, all of which are key factors that appeal to investors. For traditional collectors, the allure lies in the potential for these digital assets to appreciate in value, much like physical artworks. On the other hand, crypto enthusiasts are drawn to the technological aspect, seeing NFTs as a way to diversify their digital portfolios while supporting artists they admire. It's a win-win situation that bridges the gap between the art world and the financial world. To give you a clearer picture, consider this. Imagine owning a limited edition piece of digital art from an emerging artist. As the artist gains recognition, the value of your NFT could skyrocket, much like a rare painting from a now famous painter. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Because of blockchain technology, every time that NFT is resold, the original artist can receive a royalty. This creates a sustainable revenue stream for creators and adds another layer of appeal for investors who want to support ethical and innovative practices. It's a system that benefits everyone involved, fostering a healthier ecosystem for both art and finance. And it's not just individual pieces of art that are being seen as investments. Entire collections, virtual galleries, and even metaverse-based exhibitions are being bought and sold as part of this growing trend. Some collectors are even treating digital art like real estate, purchasing virtual plots of land in the metaverse to display their NFT collections. These spaces can then be rented out or used for events, generating additional income. It's a bold new frontier where creativity and commerce collide, and the possibilities are only beginning to unfold. As this trend continues to evolve, it's clear that the boundaries between art, technology, and investment are becoming increasingly blurred. What started as a niche movement has now expanded into a global phenomenon, attracting attention from all corners of the world. Whether you're an artist looking to monetize your work, an investor seeking new opportunities, or simply someone fascinated by the intersection of art and technology, this is a trend worth watching. And speaking of watching, our next trend takes us into the realm of personalized digital identities, where NFTs are redefining how we present ourselves online. Now, let's shift our focus to something that's not just about art or investment, but also about how we express ourselves in the digital age. Enter the world of personalized NFT avatars, a trend that's taking self-expression to a whole new level. These aren't just ordinary digital images. They're unique, customizable creations that people are using to represent themselves across social media, gaming platforms, and even virtual worlds in the metaverse. Think of them as your digital alter ego, crafted with a personal touch and verified by blockchain technology. Personalized NFT avatars are becoming incredibly popular because they allow individuals to stand out in a crowded online space. Imagine logging into a virtual meeting or jumping into an online game and being represented by a one-of-a-kind avatar that's exclusively yours. These avatars can range from simple, cartoonish designs to hyper-realistic 3D models, depending on your style and preferences. Some people choose avatars that reflect their real-life appearance, while others create fantastical versions of themselves, exploring creativity in ways that weren't possible before. But it's not all about looks. These avatars are also becoming valuable digital assets. Just like rare collectibles, certain avatars are fetching high prices in online marketplaces. For instance, some limited edition avatar collections have gained cult-like followings, with enthusiasts willing to pay top dollar to own a piece of the series. Beyond that, these avatars are being integrated into various platforms, unlocking exclusive perks, access to private communities, or even special features within games. It's a way to merge identity with utility, making your digital presence both meaningful and functional. And it doesn't stop there. In the metaverse, personalized NFT avatars are becoming a cornerstone of virtual interactions. Picture attending a virtual concert or an art exhibition, navigating through the space as your unique avatar, interacting with others in ways that feel authentic and engaging. These avatars aren't just static images. They can evolve, change outfits, or even adapt their behavior based on your preferences. This dynamic nature makes them a perfect fit for the ever-expanding digital ecosystems we're building. What's particularly fascinating is how this trend is reshaping the concept of identity online. In a world where our digital footprints are becoming as important as our physical presence, personalized NFT avatars offer a way to take control of how we're perceived. They're not just about aesthetics, they're about ownership, individuality, and the ability to carry your digital identity across different platforms seamlessly. And as more people embrace this trend, we're likely to see even more innovative uses for these avatars in the near future. Speaking of innovation, this brings us to a trend that's not just transforming art, but also revolutionizing how we learn and validate knowledge. Let's explore how educational institutions are stepping into the NFT space to issue credentials that are as secure as they are cutting edge. Now that we've seen how personalized NFT avatars are redefining identity in the digital space, let's turn our attention to a trend that's revolutionizing an entirely different field: education. Educational NFTs are emerging as a groundbreaking way for institutions and educators to issue credentials like certificates, diplomas, and even badges, all backed by blockchain technology. This innovation not only makes these credentials more secure, but also transforms how we verify and value lifelong learning. Imagine receiving a diploma that you can carry with you anywhere in the world without worrying about losing it or needing to prove its authenticity. Educational NFTs make this possible by storing your credentials on the blockchain, where they're permanently recorded and easily verifiable. Whether it's a university degree, a professional certification, or even a completion badge from an online course, these digital certificates are tamper-proof and instantly accessible. This means no more waiting for official transcripts or dealing with complicated verification processes, just a simple, secure way to showcase your achievements. What makes this trend even more exciting is its potential to democratize education. For instance, students in remote areas or those who can't afford traditional higher education can now earn credentials from online platforms and have them recognized globally. These NFT-based certificates carry the same weight as their physical counterparts, but come with added benefits like transparency and portability. Plus, they're not limited to formal education. Imagine earning a badge for completing a coding bootcamp, mastering a new language, or even participating in a workshop, all stored as unique digital assets that reflect your skills and accomplishments. Beyond individual learners, educational NFTs are also reshaping how institutions operate. Universities, for example, can issue verifiable degrees that students can display on their LinkedIn profiles or share directly with employers. Employers, in turn, can quickly verify the authenticity of these credentials, streamlining the hiring process. And because NFTs can include metadata, they can store detailed information about the program, the institution, and even the specific skills acquired, giving a richer picture of the candidate's qualifications. But educational NFTs aren't just about convenience, they're also about innovation. Some institutions are experimenting with gamified learning experiences where students earn NFT badges for completing modules or achieving specific milestones. These badges can even be traded or showcased in digital portfolios, creating a new economy around skills and achievements. Others are exploring how NFTs can be used to reward lifelong learning, encouraging people to keep expanding their knowledge and skills throughout their lives. As we've seen with so many trends on this list, the possibilities are vast, and the impact is just beginning to unfold. By bringing blockchain technology into education, we're not just modernizing how credentials are issued, we're creating a system that's more inclusive, transparent, and adaptable to the needs of our ever-changing world. With these innovations, the future of learning looks brighter than ever, setting the stage for a world where knowledge truly knows no boundaries. And as this trend continues to evolve, we may soon see a time where your educational journey is as portable and verifiable as your digital identity. This brings us to one final thought: how universities themselves are embracing blockchain technology to take these ideas even further, ensuring that degrees and certifications are not only secure but also future-proof in an increasingly digital age. With a stage set for how educational NFTs are transforming credentials, let's zoom in on a fascinating development: how universities themselves are pioneering this shift. Institutions worldwide are now stepping into the blockchain arena, reimagining how they issue degrees and course certifications. By adopting blockchain, universities are not just updating their systems, they're future-proofing education itself. Take, for instance, the growing number of universities experimenting with blockchain-based diplomas. These digital diplomas are stored securely on the blockchain, making them tamper-proof and globally accessible. Graduates no longer need to worry about misplacing their physical certificates or navigating bureaucratic hurdles to prove their qualifications. Instead, they can share a verified digital copy with employers, universities, or anyone who needs it, often with just a few clicks. This not only simplifies the process but also reduces the risk of fraud, ensuring the integrity of academic achievements. What's even more intriguing is how universities are leveraging blockchain to track course completions and micro-credentials. Imagine earning a certificate for a specialized online course or a workshop and having it automatically added to your digital portfolio as an NFT. These micro-credentials allow learners to build a comprehensive record of their skills and knowledge over time, showcasing a more detailed and accurate picture of their expertise. For universities, this means they can offer more flexible and modular learning paths, catering to a generation that values lifelong learning and skill acquisition. Moreover, this shift isn't just about convenience, it's about inclusivity. By embracing blockchain, universities are opening doors for students from diverse backgrounds. For example, learners in regions with limited access to traditional education systems can now earn credentials from accredited online programs and have them recognized anywhere in the world. This democratization of education is a game changer, breaking down barriers and creating opportunities for millions of people who might otherwise be left behind. But the innovation doesn't stop there. Some universities are exploring ways to integrate smart contracts into the credentialing process. These self-executing contracts can automate tasks like issuing certificates once a student meets specific criteria, such as completing a course or passing an exam. This not only reduces administrative overhead but also ensures accuracy and transparency, giving both students and institutions peace of mind. As universities continue to experiment and refine these systems, we're likely to see even more creative applications of blockchain in education. From gamified learning platforms that reward students with NFT badges to partnerships with employers who recognize and value these digital credentials, the possibilities are truly exciting. And with each step forward, we're moving closer to a future where education is more accessible, transparent, and adaptable than ever before. With universities leading the charge, the integration of blockchain into education is proving to be more than just a trend, it's a transformative movement. And as this movement gains momentum, it sets the stage for a broader conversation about how technology is reshaping not just education, but the very fabric of our society. So, what does this mean for the future of digital art and NFTs as a whole? Let's take a step back and reflect on how these trends are converging to redefine creativity, knowledge, and value in ways we're only beginning to understand. As we bring this exploration to a close, it's clear that the world of digital art and NFTs is undergoing a revolution, one that's reshaping how we create, share, and value art in profound ways. From the rise of artificial intelligence-generated masterpieces to the immersive experiences of virtual reality galleries, and from the transparency of blockchain provenance to the inclusivity of fractional ownership, these trends are not just changing the game, they're creating an entirely new playing field. We've seen how dynamic NFTs are breathing life into art, how social tokens are empowering creators, and how the metaverse is becoming a canvas for limitless expression. And let's not forget the strides being made in education, where blockchain is turning degrees and micro-credentials into secure, portable assets that follow learners wherever they go. But this is only the beginning. These 25 trends are a glimpse into a future where technology and creativity intersect in ways that inspire, connect, and elevate us. They challenge us to rethink what's possible and invite us to participate in a cultural and technological shift that's as exciting as it is transformative. So, what do you think? Which of these trends excites you the most? Are there any you're skeptical about? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take. If you enjoyed this journey into the future of digital art and NFTs, Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when we dive into more fascinating topics at the intersection of futuristic technologies and lifestyle innovations. Thank you for joining me today, and here's to a future where creativity and technology continue to push the boundaries of what's possible. Until next time, keep imagining, keep exploring, and keep creating.